welcome to the Board Game Brothers podcast, the show about board games. Today, only me as the only lonely brother. My other brother has a meeting, but nice to meeting you,
Thank you.
and
The same
thank you
here.
for asking us and to set up this interview for your upcoming Kickstarter, Rone Invasion.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Pleasure on my side.
nice. And first of all, can you maybe tell something about yourself?
Okay. So from somebody who might don't know how to pronounce my name is Štěpán Štefaník. I'm an indie designer, and this year I finished my next game from the Rone universe, which is called Rone Invasion. And mainly, I'm not designing a game as my main job. Yeah, that's my off job, and I hope
One day.
one day, yeah, it will change to my full time. As most of the guys in this hobby.
Yes.
So yeah, I have two kids and a wonderful wife, and I enjoy life playing the games with my kids and wife, and that's what I love the most.
Yes, great. What is your favorite board game at the moment, or card game? Maybe it's Rone Invasion, but
When you're developing a game, you must focus on the game and you need to play it as much as possible.
yeah,
But after some time, you are fed up with the game and you need the break to play something else. And as I thought, I have two small kids, and I try to bring them to the board game hobby,
yeah,
and I hope I succeed.
yeah.
And
So you always have someone to play with.
yeah. And I'm playing generally with kids, so mostly it's little games for kids. Like the youngest boy has just only 5 years. Yeah, but he can handle the games like Harry Potter, Battle of Hogwarts, or something
Yeah,
like. He can't read, but he remember all these cards and he just
he,
can
kn-
play. Yeah,
he
5 years.
knows what to
That's
do. Yeah, the
yeah.
memory is
So
always so good from the kids, right?
yeah. So I stuck with these kind of games, but they are great. And other games I play with my wife is like a Clank. Oh yeah, we really like deck builders, so the Clank, Hogwaters, and so on.
Yeah, cool. I read that I don't know where I read, but your daughter has playtested a lot with Rone Invasion, right?
Yeah. It was.
Oh, yeah, I read it in the rule book. A special thanks for your daughter.
Yeah. It's a credit for her because a few years ago when I started to develop this game, the COVID started, and yeah, it was really hard to meet other people, to play test overall, as we were locked at houses, and so only one who was able to play with me was
Please,
my
please.
daughter. Yeah, so and it was really great. She's only 10 years old, and she can handle the game very precisely right now. And it was really great as the feedback from the young people
Mm-hmm.
is really helpful, as you need to know. Yeah, you always want to create the game that can be played, as wide as possible with a lot of different people. And her feedback was really valuable because she told me, I don't understand how this is
Yeah.
so complex, and so on. And I got, okay, then maybe there is something I need to improve. And so that's why she has credits in the rule.
Yeah. And it's also always so honest from kids, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
They can't, yeah, they won't lie about it. Okay. Nice. I put some things in my list. Will you be at Spiel with Rhone Invasion this year?
Yes, we will. As always, we are there every year.
Okay, yeah.
This year we will be in Hall 5, booth I 110, I think.
Somewhere there.
Somewhere there. Yeah. People will find us if they want.
Yeah, cool. With Rone Invasion, but maybe also your other card game, what already is published, that's Rone, right?
Right. Yeah, I've started, it's maybe more than 10 years ago with the first game, with the core set for the Rhone. Yeah, and I create all the universe and all these connections between the characters in the world and so on. And it takes years to finish the game. It was quite unique as well, because I always focus on bringing something unique. Yeah, something
Mm-hmm.
that you didn't see in games, or often, or never. Yeah, so, and the game has a unique feeling. It's much more like Magic the Gathering game. Yeah, like you have two person battling one on one, but in that game, it was designed that, yeah, in other games you need to construct your deck. It must be that the combo, the cards must works together, and you are trying to build the best deck possible to beat others.
Yeah.
In this game, it was designed that it doesn't matter what cards you have in your deck. So you just shuffle and get random decks in your deck. And even with this random distribution, the game is tight until the final round. So it's much more about how you use the given cards to get the most of it. Yeah.
Yes.
And it has some other cool mechanics in the game, like the extended rotation system, where, yeah, I could talk about it
But
hours.
yeah,
But
we
our
need to
main
talk.
focus is the new game here.
Yes, of course. So you're telling that there was the first part of Rome. Now next on 27 September,
Yeah, 27.
the Kickstarter will launch of Rone Invasion. Can you tell something about the process from Rone to now this new concept in the Rone universe? Of what part is Rone Invasion in that universe?
Yeah, the story extends the basic story. Yeah, the basic story in Rome was that there was a world war, and all the achievements of the human race evaporated, and everyone is fighting against everyone just to survive. Yeah, get the dominance of the remnants of the past. But um, this game, or the new game, Rome Invasion, brings and then extend the story that, okay, the war is probably over. Yeah, the people are trying to achieve the peace between all the races, but now a new threat coming to the earth from the space.
Yeah.
As there are some humans that are returning from the Mars, and there is an AI called Celesta, and this AI is really bad, and she enslaves all these workers that working on these spaceships and enslave their minds. And now she's returning back to the Earth to enslave everyone. So now the people who survived the apocalypse just fighting back against the invasion. Yeah, so that's the story behind this game.
Yeah, so you could play it cooperatively with two people against the AI, and you can play it against each other, right?
Yes, right. It also has a solo mode. Yeah, the game was designed to be played with any number of players. So it doesn't matter if you play with 1, 2, 3, or 4 players. The game is it is played the same way. Yeah. Also, when you play competitively, the game is also played in a similar way. There is no changing in rules. Yeah. The basic concept of the game is, yeah, you're playing the cards, you're rolling with dice, and you are dealing some damage. So it doesn't matter if you're dealing the damage to the invasion or you're dealing the damage to your opponent. Yeah. So the game, yeah, it was a bit tricky, but before I start to design the game, yeah, first I designed the game to be competitive. Yeah, and I played and played and played, and because of COVID again, I need to find a way how I can play test the game itself. So I created a small AI that, yeah, simulates like someone is playing the game. And then
Yeah.
I realized, yeah, that's cool. It's working. I need to, yeah, deep
make it better. Yeah.
deeper and get something out of this. And yeah, then the co-op mode has been revealed, or yeah, and it really works. And then I realized, okay, I need to put it together. And from the designer perspective, it was really hard to design a game where you have both of these modes together in one game. Yeah. Because when it was competitive, there was some effects that cannot be easily transformed to cooperative mode. Yes, the effects was just, for example, destroying a hand in your opponent's cards in your opponent's hands. Yeah, and it doesn't work against the AI. Yeah, so it must be changed. There was, I think, a quite big challenge to put all these little things together, but at the end, I think it works, and both of these modes, if you play co-op or competitive, works pretty well.
Yeah, and it's quite special that it works the same with the same cards in your deck, that you have all the language on the cards that matches also for the AI.
Yeah. The AI has its own cards. Yeah, there is a really huge deck of cards just for the AI, and these cards behave in a similar way like the cards of players, but yeah, they are adjusted to work for the cooperative mode.
Yeah, and so the game has two modes. Can you something tell about how does a turn looks like when I'm on my turn? What can I do?
Yeah.
Because the big part is to defeat your opponent or the AI.
Yeah.
But how am I going to do this?
Yeah. There are a few unique things in the game. It's not a classic deck builder. Yeah, it's a deck builder, but it behaves different. It has just different twists, as you have. Each player has its own market from their buy their card, so they don't mess up that I need that card and you bought that one and I need it. Yeah, from other games. So everyone has its own market, and the game itself, it's really easy. It has 4 steps, where the first one is that you have your starting deck, you have a starting card, and you start drawing one by one cards, and you can draw as many cards as you want. It's up to you, because some cards, I can show it here. I have some cards here, and because some cards have activation cost, I need to find the right card here. Yeah,
it's a lot of cards, right?
Yeah, there is a lot of cards. So you can see there up here there is 2 green symbols shown. Yeah, so you need to have 2 green symbols, and here is the most unique thing in the game, which is these funny screwable dies, where you can screw and unscrew these little screws from dice and customize. And yeah, it's a dice crafting game where you craft these dice, and you just simply roll. You have 4 dice during the game, and you just roll with these 4 dice, and you just roll some of these colored symbols, and you need to match the colors on your cards you have in your hand with the colors on your dice. There are some, it might look like it's completely random game. Yeah, you draw a random card, you roll, you have a random output from your dice, but there are mechanics that tie everything together. Like you can exchange 2 dice for any color you want. There are some other
modifier dice.
Store the resources so you can use them the next round. So it's a difference. It's really hard to explain the game, how it works, without showing all these components. But
and a big part is you choose how much cards you draw. So
because one of the point in the game is that from in other deck builders, you draw 5 cards and you can do whatever you want to do with these 5 cards. You just play the cards and do the stuff. In this game, because you do not know how many cards you would be able to play because of the colors, you need to play the cards. Yeah, so you have a different colors on cards, and you just roll some symbols, and the cards that you didn't play must go to the garbage dump. Yeah, there are three piles of cards. It's your deck, it's your discard pile, and it's a garbage dump. And garbage dump is something really bad for you. You don't want to have a cards in your garbage dump, because when you reshuffle your deck, when your deck is empty and you need to reshuffle these cards, all the cards in your garbage dump cost you a life or an armor. Yeah, so if you put a lot of cards there, you lose a lot of life. So you don't want to have cards there. So you must think about it. Do I really need one
An
more
extra
card?
card, yeah.
Yeah, I might have a better output, but I might have, yeah, that's the risk you are facing each round. Yeah, draw more, draw less. Yeah, it's yeah. So it's a push your luck element in the game. Yeah, like, hey, okay, I will draw one more, and you draw. Oh no, I didn't
Yeah,
want that.
yeah.
Yeah, why I did it? And yeah, that's a fun in this game. Yeah, fun element. So
Yes.
so again, you draw as many cards as you want, then you roll, then you match the colors, and that's it. That's it. The rest, what left in your hand, the cards left in your hand, and the colors you didn't use from your dice are stored for the next round, and you can use them the next round. Yeah, there are some mechanics that allows to use them, and that's it. So nothing is wasted. Yeah, even you draw more cards, it looks you played bad, but no. The resources are stored, so you can keep them for the next round and do much better round the next time.
Yes. So it's not completely a wasted turn or something.
Yes. You always will come up with something every turn. Yeah, it's really hard because when you start the game, your dice have just only one color screw on each side, different colors, and one side is empty. Yeah, but once you during the game, once you progress and put more cards on your dice, you have much more chance to roll more symbols. You can count with it and work what you can draw, what you cannot, and there is a lots of decision making during the game. Yeah, every round you have, it's like a small puzzle. Yeah, for example, from the round 10 or 11, there is a lot of options what you can do during your turn, and it just escalates, and you need to really think what to do. And that's really good point about this game. It can be played simultaneously. That's really cool because you don't need to wait on everyone to finish their turn. Yeah, everyone is trying to resolve their own puzzle, and once
Yeah.
they resolve what cards they want to play or is the best to play, then after all is over, yeah, all finished their turn, then they just can tell, okay, I will first do this and you this, and just make the order of the effects. So this is really cool because there is almost no downtime in the game.
Okay. And how do you? Is it an action to modify your dice, or do you use resources to modify it?
It's not actions in. Oh, okay. Actually, you don't have actions in this game. It might be like action, but when you play a card, it gives you some resource. It's called a spare part in the game,
Yeah.
and you can spend this spare part for some action. So more cards you play, more spare parts you get, more actions you can do. So it's everything is connected to one to each other, and you need to think how to do it in the best way every turn.
Okay, but because okay, and to get new cars, I saw on a movie I watched. You need to make it a discount on those cards in the market, and if you have put enough tokens on it, then you can achieve the card, right?
Right. Yeah. Unlike other deck builders, when you need to collect the resources in one turn to be able to buy a stronger card, yeah. So you need to have much more resources to make your deck really
Better,
powerful.
yeah.
Yeah. In this game, if you want a really powerful card, you can just put every turn just a bit on that card, and when you have enough, you just buy it. Yeah, so it can take 2-3 turns to buy some card, but if you really need it, you will get it. Yeah, so this is the part of the strategy, and you can focus on that card and try to find the synergy with others and try to utilize all these things together.
And the market, everybody has his personal market, but is it the same stock of cards? Like not each player has his own personal stock, I think.
No. Its market is filled from the same shared deck of cards. Yeah, so that's it.
Yeah, okay. Perfect. So that's it, and now you need to just defeat your opponent with the right decisions and the right puzzle, and to use your cards.
I will show it here if we will see if it can be seen, but there is one more mechanic in the game, and I will show you, find some cards. This is the wrong pile. I'm not perfectly prepared. I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
Oh, too many cards to find the right one. Okay, here they are. I will try to show it. It's every turn, some enemies will be revealed, and the players just playing together to defeat these revealed enemies, and they are stacked this way. Oh wait, I will turn it this way. Like each card has these two rows of statistics, yeah, and I will show some better ones this way, and they are stacked up one on each other. Just only the
bottom line.
Yeah, the bottom line is in, and the power of the topmost card is the sum of all the symbols you see. So the more cards, more players, there is always one card for each player in the game. So
okay, yeah.
So it is much harder to beat the topmost card if you are playing the game with more players. Yeah, so this is set up for two players. So you reveal just 3 cards and you need to defeat them. Yeah, so once you defeat the topmost, then it's gone, it dies, and now you need to defeat this one. When you defeat this one, it goes to this, and you need to defeat it. If you defeat all of these, you are a lucky boy, and you can applaud yourself. Okay, we are really
you're the best ever. Yeah.
Yeah. So if not, they strikes back, and you lose a health, and then you lose the game.
And that. No, oh, sorry. Yeah. And then we'll continue. I read there was 3 scenarios in the base game.
Yes. The game contains a little campaign that is split into 3 scenarios. So the first scenario takes 16 turns. When the main to win the scenario, you need to just survive these 16 rounds. Yeah, it looks simple, but it's really hard. The game is designed to be really hard. Yeah, there are 3 difficulty you can choose from. Yeah, there is easy, standard, and a hard mode. Yeah, so if you are really struggling with the game, you can go
for easy.
easier level. But yeah, it's really tough. And after a year of development on the last version of the game, we beat the game only once in 4 players. Yeah, so it's really hard. You need to get the synergy of all these players together, and it's really cool because some players can have their own role in the game. Like for someone could be just only a healer and buying a healer cards and heal everyone. Yeah, and that's it. So you need to there is a lot of options what you can do, how you can specialize in the game, and the synergy, and you need to be lucky a bit about
that's a bit with the dice, of course, that you have, and the white cards. Yeah, that's a bit of luck, but
it was on hard mode. Yeah, we win only once. Just only on hard mode.
Difficult. And now you have almost the final product. It's almost there on a Kickstarter. Can you maybe tell something about the process? You started when COVID started, or maybe you have the idea already before this was starting?
You mean how if I decide to go? How I decide to go to Kickstarter? You mean?
Yes. From you had the idea of Rone Invasion. or to make a new game in their own universe, I think.
No, the first time, I just one day I woke up and I said, okay, oh, these dice, that could be nice if it could work. And this was 5 years ago. Then I spent more than 2 years with manufacturers all over the world trying to figure out how this can be made. It's not really easy. We had a lot of prototypes and they didn't work. Generally there are two tricks how this dice works. Yeah, it's because of the type of the screws, and all of previous prototypes failed. Yeah, we need to change the how it's called in English, density of the screws. Yeah, so it must be different from the density of the dice, because the force that sticks
for the
things
balance.
together, yeah, only works really good if there is a different density on these cards. And yeah, we need to dig and mine all this information from
So
the manufacturer. And yeah, it was
there's a
really
lot of science behind that dice.
yes. But yeah, and it took 2 years, and then I realized, okay, this might be that could work. And then I starting to realize where to put these dice, yeah, in which game. And then I came, okay, I had a Rone universe. It's a post-apocalyptic, and these dice is also quite post-apocalyptic. Like, yeah, in the post-apo universe, you are screwing things together to create something, and that's the feeling is similar. You are just screwing these dice to build, to create something. So I realized, okay, it fits the theme. And then I built and starting to work on this game, and oh, after another 3 years, it's here.
It's here. Yeah. It's always such. It we as gamers or board gamers or card gamers or what else just see only the final product, and we don't know how much time or how much science in these dice. We only see the product or the final product, so it's always quite funny or interesting to hear what was there first in this particular way. The dice were first, and after a
Sometimes,
game,
it's really surprising.
and all the time and effort, like you 5 years for of 2 years only developing a dice. That's quite that's not an easy way.
Yeah. But as I said before, it's not my full-time job, and I can spend the time off just to create these things. And it getting slower because I am not doing it every day. Yeah, so yeah, that's why it takes so long. It might be shorter if you are a big company, but yeah, always. I mean, I think that to develop such a complex game is impossible in less than 2 years. Yeah. For example, if you want to go on Kickstarter, you need to have the game ready 6 months before the Kickstarter go. It must be 6 months before, ready to be manufactured, to be shipped to the reviewers, getting back, yeah, and so on. It's a month after month of work. So you need to all these things 6 months ahead. Then you need to work on the game another year or year and a half. So you need to start 2 years, maybe 3 years before the Kickstarter will start. Yeah, that's really insane. But yeah, this is how it works.
Yeah. Okay. What is the best part of Rone Invasion?
For me, the dice. I always said people, yeah, this game is not only about the dice. Yeah, there are a lot of cool mechanics you can discover, but yeah, the dice are great. Yeah, the feeling when you screw a new screw in the dice and then you roll it, that's so satisfying. It's really cool.
Yeah, you're really making your own pair of set of dice.
Yes.
And what I saw it on a movie. The screws are not only for the dice. You use it as resources or as tokens on your health and armor. You use it as tokens on the cards.
Yeah. When you are experienced designer, Yes, and I have a few games in the past. It's like you start thinking in a different way. You start thinking how to reuse the components. Yeah, you are thinking about the final price of your product and so on. And I need to cut the price down. Yeah, and that's why it comes. Okay, I need to use these screws just for everything and everything. Yeah, they are used for any action you do in your turn. The screws are used. Yeah, so and they can use for anything you need. For example, to remember that okay, I need to do something. I put a screw there because this is the way.
Yeah, but I think that's also a strong part to use. Then it's not only a thing for the dice that it maybe makes it a bit gimmickly, but also for to use everything with it. The screws are a used part in the game.
Yeah, you mentioned that the gimmick. Yeah, always the people always ask this. Yeah, it's just gimmick. Yeah, how it should work. But once you try it, you will realize
want it.
how simple it is. Yeah, it's really. I have just a big screwdriver here. It doesn't matter. But I will unscrew this one, and you can just simply, with your hand, you can just put the screw there. You just rotate the dice. Okay, and it is there. Yeah, so you can put it inside really easily, and it sticks there because of all this science we did 2 years. And you just need to unscrew it if you need to get it out. Yeah, so and it really works. From my point of view, I think it's better than other dice crafting games. Yeah, where it's really sometimes it's really hard to remove the parts, the places from the dice. This is really easy if you know how to screw, and most people do. So it's really simple. Anyways, even that I found a lot of people, they don't know how to screw. Yeah, really. During the playtesting, sometimes it happens when they are just younger girls. You can accept that. Okay, they never touch the screwdriver. They don't know which way to screw and unscrew. But if they are 40 years old guys who they just completely destroy the screw inside of the die and say, hey, it doesn't work.
No, what are you doing?
Yeah, it just happens sometimes. Yeah, so that's why we need to put in the rule book how to screw.
Yeah, you need to put everything in the rule book. I already mentioned a special thanks to your daughter. I'll have a watch of something. Okay. Yes. About the Kickstarter. Have you some? It will be on Kickstarter, not on GameFound, I think.
Yes, on Kickstarter 27.
And do you have like different pledge levels, or maybe stretch goals, or is there maybe an expansion on its way? Or
yeah, okay. Definitely no expansion, I hope. Yeah, if we will reach a lot of a big founding, or maybe there will be some expansion. But I would like to spend all the stretch goals to improve the game itself. There are a lot of there is a lot of things that can be improved. They are much more costly, to do. For example, if you have these dice, and if you have 4 dice, and if you just upgrade 1 or 2, it's really hard to remember because they are the same. And if you see them roll it, and you don't know what is on the other side, so you need to pick the die, look at all these sides, say, okay, this is the one I want to re-roll, for example. So it will be great to have some symbols on the edges. Yeah, so there is number 1, 2, 3, 4. So okay, I put red symbols in number 2. I need red, so I will re-roll the die number 2, and so on. Yeah, so these little things, I would like to improve. Yeah, there is a lot of them which can be improved. So all the stretch goals, or at least the first ones, will be mainly focused on improving the content of the game. There will be a Kickstarter exclusive campaign just for Kickstarter backers. And there will be 3 types of pledge levels, as they are generally the same. There is a base pledge level where you just get the game, and the base game is for up to 2 players. Yeah, so the game can be played only with 1 or 2 players, competitively, solo or co-op. It doesn't matter. There is a second pledge level that you buy the core set and 2 additional boxes for another players. Yeah, so the game can be played up to 4 players. And the last pledge is all-in pledge, where you also get dice trays for each player. You get these. Yeah, I will show. There are some plastic boxes for screws. Yeah, so you can handle these. So these are just, but nothing really unique. Yeah, in these levels, you just get the game. Yeah, there is no.
And that's the best part, right?
Yeah. Nothing as that. So I wanted to keep it clean, simple. Yeah, you just get what you get.
Yes, maybe that's the best part at the moment, because there's a lot of overproduction on Kickstarter, I think, and with all those shipping costs and all that kind of stuff, it will only be more expensive to bring it to the people.
Yeah. This game is not that heavy. Yeah, the weight is about 2 kilos. Yeah, of the base game. So the shipping will not be expensive. Yeah, or during I mean, in Europe it will be up to 12 euro per game.
That's very cheap. Yeah.
Some countries like Germany, we are from Czech Republic. We were shipped from Czech Republic or from Germany. So yeah, the nearby countries, the price is 8 euro. So yeah, for the game that costs 79, that's the base pledge on the game, you will just pay 8 euro for the shipping. Yeah, so it's not that big deal like you see and you mentioned on these big overproduced games when you need to pay 70 or 100 euro to ship the game to your
more than the game. Will it be manufactured also in the Czech Republic?
No, it will be, because I've found only one manufacturer who was able to spend 2 years with me.
On the dice.
Yeah, and it costs a lot. It costs me a lot, and it also costs them a lot. Yeah, so they spend a lot of their time and money into this project. And there was only one. It's E-Star manufacturer, who are behind the Nemesis or the games like this. So they are a really big company. So it will be manufactured in China. So yeah, that's in these days it's still the best solution to get this game. Sadly, but it's true that the game must travel thousands of kilometers to be the cheapest one. But yeah.
No, but it's also quite nice from those guys that they put also a lot of time and effort, and then it's also feel right to go with those guys to manufacture it, right?
Yeah, I really appreciate it, because without their time, it will never be produced.
No. Okay, there's a playable version at Spiel, I think.
Yes, of course. We will have some prototypes there.
Cool. I will come by on Saturday or Sunday to check it out.
Yes, of course. You are welcome.
Thank you. Where you can screw the dice before they screw you. I really love that sentence. That movie, that Kickstarter movie, I really like it with the dark voice. And we didn't. The artwork of the cards are great. I really like the feeling that it appeals. The post-apocalyptic.
The atmosphere.
Yeah, the atmosphere. Thank you. That what you wanna tell is really great. Someone else did that.
Yeah, there was the invasion itself. The card from the invasion deck is done by one illustrator. His name is Petr Boháček. Yeah, it's a Czech illustrator from Czech Republic. And the rest, most of them are used from the base Rone. Yeah, so we reused about 60 or 70% of images, and we need to create some news because there are other effects. Yeah, but yeah, overall, the what you will see in your players' cards is the same generally what you saw in the basic Rone game.
Yeah. Okay, but that looks really good. Is there maybe something else you want to share, or that we didn't talk about it?
Wow, I think we talked a lot about the game. I think there is no hidden or things that we didn't mention. Overall, I would just like to invite people to watch, to follow the project, watch how the game really looks, and there are some new reviews coming out soon from the Rahdo and other well-known
Yeah.
YouTubers. So you will see what they like and why they like the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So stay tuned, follow us, and you will see.
Check out the Kickstarter
Yes, check out.
and drop by at Spiel if you're going.
Yeah, next year in Spiel you can buy the game.
Okay, that's what you're going for. And is it realistic?
Yeah. Our estimated delivery date is August next year.
Okay.
Yes, even if we will be slightly delayed, we still can manage the Spiel next year, and that's our main goal. Yeah, the same like the previous game, Rone. We sold a lot during every year in Spiel. Yeah, so yeah, that's you lose a lot of opportunities if you didn't manage it.
Yeah, if you not be there at the moment. And of course, the Kickstarter is still available at Spiel, so you can show people the prototype and they still can back it, of course.
Yes, I will encourage everyone to visit our booth in Spiel and try out the game and see.
Feel the dice.
Yeah. Try to screw and unscrew.
Of course.
To prove yourself, it's not a gimmick.
No, and worthy that you can screw something. Okay, then I really want to thank you for your time.
I thank you invite me to this show.
No problem. And good luck with the Kickstarter, and we see each other at Spiel.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, bye.